Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And this game is the culmination and the collision of two undefeated teams. Two teams that had defied the odds and come through this season unblemished. Now, each looking to take one final step and become a college football undefeated national champion. As we'll see the third seed in this playoff, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And now the handoff. That run takes it across the 30-yard line. The Volunteers will crank up the tempo. Ball handed off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. They'll try to keep the opening drive going here. It's 3rd down and 2. They'll try to run for the first down. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid game.
Well, I know it's here early in this game, but boy, that's what you want to see as an offense. You get to these 3rd downs, it's all about trying to create opportunities and momentum, and that's what they've done here, converting to get a new set of downs.
The Vols will have 1st and 10 here. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Here's the handoff. And that run produces a decent gain. 3rd down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Can they pick up the first on the ground? They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
The Vols pick up enough for a first down here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Grab down the middle. It's Davis. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now. And the Vols will line up here on 1st down and goal. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Vols. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. Man, that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Point after, up and good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They've got him, but not before making first down yards. They'll move the ball to the 41.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The game moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He's moving out of the pocket. Hit as he threw. He's going deep here. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
And the Badgers lining up here on 1st and 10. They go with a direct snap. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. And the Badgers hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Can he make it to the marker? Some hard running there through a tackle. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that 1st down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
1st down and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. It's an option look. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Here we go, 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. He's not going to get the 1st down. It's 4th down now.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Makes the grab on the move. Touchdown, Badgers. Strong game by this quarterback. And now here comes the point after attempt. And it's up and good. Now they get set to kick it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Caught near the sideline. It's Brown. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the 1st down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? Using his legs, it's Bishop. This offense picks up the 1st down. They tackle him at the 44.
Well, Chris, to me, the defense looks like they're dropping back in zone coverage, worried about a pass play here on 3rd down. Instead, the offense elects to run the ball, catches them off guard, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. They're going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
I don't know if they understand. They got another play here. Here comes the punt team on 3rd down. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moved right down the field for a touchdown. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down to the 23, good enough for a first down.
Yeah, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Tries to beat the pressure with a deep shot. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. And the Badgers come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Second down, looking to throw it. Finds an open target on the left side. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Chris, you can see when the offensive line does their job and gives this quarterback time to throw, you're going to see plays like this and first downs for the Badgers offense. They've had some good ones over the years. Very efficient. Of course, Russell Wilson is the name that stands out, but they've had others. Scott Tolzien, Darrell Bevel, Jim Sorgi, Brooks Bollinger. Some good quarterback play that always seems to make the right decision.
The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Picks up the first, looking for more. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
And the Badgers begin a new series here, 1st and 10. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Here comes the bunch formation. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Toss play to the outside. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
So now from the 27, the offense faces a 3rd and short. How aggressive will they play it? Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Grab near the sticks. It's Barry Johnson. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Pass caught. Can he get in? Brought down, but the catch moves the ball all the way down to the 1. They'll go hurry up here. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. He's swarmed by the defense. Second down and goal upcoming. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. And he's going to float this one to the right side. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Finally tackled down at the 17-yard line. Now this offense in great scoring position. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Massive gain moves the ball into the red zone now. They'll set up 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Receiver makes the grab. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Tackled down at the 3-yard line after an excellent run. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on 1st down now. And they're trying to punch it in here. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Here's a run to the left looking for the touchdown. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Folks, we hope you're enjoying this. The national championship game is all tied up. Buckle up now for the finish.
Man, this is everything you could hope for on this big a stage in a national championship. Both these teams bringing their A game. I can't wait to sit back and see who wins it.
So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Returner decides to fair catch this. And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. Can they keep it going? They mixed the run and pass beautifully in the last touchdown drive. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. The short completion of the tight end. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Oh, that one's picked off. Look out, he's got some space. At the 30 now. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Not going to run another play. Quarterback kneels down and they head to the locker room. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connerts now has our halftime update. And the Volunteers will kick this away to get the second half going.